Hi everyone, you like my new logo? It was made by a really wonderful Fiverr user, Abdul Wahab 1, and she has a really great service where she'll make you a customized logo for only $5, and it's totally worth it. I love my new logo. So for today's episode, I'll be doing a kind of a story time, kind of a little bit like my poetry reading, and it is a Fiverr sponsored thing, but it's very cool. Essentially what it is there's these makers of children's books starring a little duckling named Peep, and I'll tell you more about that after the story. But for now, I'm going to read to you from the book, which is called Peep Peep Comes Home. Peep Peep Comes Home by Johnny Lunchpail. Darkness was all the duckling knew, dark and black, with not much to do. Her snug little egg was as dark as the night, but it felt very safe. It just needed some light. The egg was too small for even a bed, so she pushed at the wall with the top of her head. She stretched with her legs and pushed with her back. She pushed and she stretched until it went crack. She had something to see. She had something to do. She pecked at the crack and made a hole with a view. She could see through the hole, but she was still stuck. She could see through that hole her mom and dad duck. She was happy to see them, so she pushed harder still, but the egg with the hole just rolled down the hill. It rolled down the hill. It bounced and it flew. It bounced and it rolled, and the little duck too. From the hill to the field and across the road too, she kept rolling and rolling. It was all she could do. Mom and Dad worried as they watched her roll by. Mom and Dad hurried, but the egg just flew high. Right through the air with a breeze from the west, the egg and the duck landed right in a nest. She was glad she had stopped and no longer would roll, but then she saw something big as she peeked through the small hole. She made a soft sound, but there was no one else near. She made a peep, 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 but no one could hear. With a jerk and a wiggle, but this time no roll, she was now in the river, looking out of the hole. She saw flowers and plants and all kinds of things, like big butterflies with dots on their wings. But then she saw something that made her heart leap. It was Mom and Dad Duck, so she started to beep. So she fluffed up her chest, took a breath long and deep, and let out an amazingly long and loud peep, peep. The noise was so loud it rattled the air. The little egg went flying, headed somewhere. It flew across the river, no chance to turn back, until it hit the hard ground with a very loud crack. Peep, peep. The egg broke apart. She no longer was stuck. She looked up, and there was her Mom and Dad Duck. She was tired and sleepy and wanted to rest. Peep, peep! So she followed them both back to the nest, the very best nest. Safe in her nest, she had made it at last. What shall we call her? Father Duck asked. Peep, peep! We must quickly name her before she is asleep. The name of our duckling, can you guess, is Peep Peep. Peep Peep smiled a duck smile and climbed into her nest. Mother Duck knew it was time for a rest. So she closed her eyes and fell fast asleep. The only noise to be heard was a soft little peep, peep.